About a month ago, I started the Revell 69 Camaro. It's a big scale. It's 1/12 scale, and this thing's big. I've been getting a lot of questions on, where you at with it? You done with it? Have you started it? Because I haven't done an update video. I've been a bad boy. And I'm doing a buddy build with Fred Henry, and Fred's done probably 12 update videos. Here's his channel here. Check out Fred's channel. He's going in depth on his build. And like I said, I've not been good. I haven't done any update videos. But since I've been getting asked questions and I'm getting behind because of Fred's on the ball, I'm going to do an update video, and this video is going to be all about that. Plus, I just got back from the Street Ride Nationals, and believe it or not, I even had some people out there asking me, out of all things, what's going on with that big 69 Camaro you're building. So I just got back from the Street Ride Nationals. I'm going to post some footage of it at the very end of Camaro Row. I even saw Camaro Row there, and after seeing Camaro Row, after getting asked questions about where I'm at with this, I think it's due for an update. Let me get the camera turned around. I'm going to show you where I'm at on this Revell 69 Camaro. Oh, and before I get started on showing you where I'm at with the Camaro, I just got in the mail today, issue 7 of Auto Modeler magazine. I'm going to go through this when I get done here, read it, and I'm going to do a page by page of this. So look for this video coming out next. I'll flip through all the pages and show you what's in it. I'm looking forward to getting into my Auto Modeler magazine. Alright, to start off with, I picked up from MCV Products the BF Goodrich tires and the Krager wheels. Got a nice tread pattern. I went ahead and spray painted those primer black, and then spray painted them Tamiya rubber black. And then for the wheels, I used the Revell chrome spray. I love that Revell chrome spray. And I also have the traction bars that I'm going to run. It's even got the rubber stoppers, but those also come from MCV Products. And here's everything I got from MCV Products. The Mickey Thompson valve covers, the supercharged big block Chevy, the Mickey Thompson Draglite tires and wheels, the Pro Street clip, and of course the BF Goodrich tires and wheels with Kragers, and the traction bars. But I don't think I'm going to go with the Pro Street clip at the moment because Fred's doing that, and I wanted to do something different. I was going to go with that route, and Fred beat me to it. Like I said, I've been slacking. Okay, for the exhaust, I used the headers straight out of the kit, put them together. They went together great. Again, primered those a black, and then I shot white on them. I love white headers. Something about white headers I like. The leaf springs, drive shaft, and the rest of the suspension parts and exhaust I painted with different metallizing paints. So I'm getting all those together. Rear end painted with a metallizer paint, and then I hand brushed that rear differential. I've always liked a chrome rear differential, and what I use for that, for hand brushing a chrome, is that Fusion paint, the Fusion Ultra Shining or whatever it's called. And I just hand brushed it straight out of this bottle. I used my own paintbrush instead of the crappy paintbrush that's in that. Got the pulleys done. Went with gloss pulleys. And then the belt, I went ahead and used my AK marker, the rubber black, because obviously the belts are black rubber. Dashboard, that's coming along. Got it all done. And what I'm going to do on this, normally I paint everything, but your dash is that odd plastic type. I don't know what you would call that in a real car. But I went ahead and stayed with the plastic that came in with the kit and didn't paint it. I think it looks really good. It looks very convincing. And then decaled up everything. And those are all decals in there with the wood trim and everything. Actually pretty dashes on these cars. Here's the console. I did the same with the console. It's kind of like a hard plastic, black plastic. I went with the kit plastic and didn't paint it. The shifter ball, I just sanded. It's white anyway, and I kept it like that also, and I chrome painted the rest of the shifter and then went with decals for the console. For the engine, went ahead and went with Chevy orange. I'm gonna make the engine real pretty. Use some metallizers for the transmission. There's some different silvers and steels there for the transmission. The valve covers I de-chromed and I painted those gloss black. I didn't want to go with chrome valve covers. I love chrome valve covers, but the problem is everyone goes with chrome valve covers. Timing chain cover is painted with a couple different metallizers. Same with the fuel pump. Freeze plugs are painted. And the oil pan is painted, and I have some different metallizers on that also. I see I got to do a little touch up on the oil filter. Put an oil filter decal on, and yes, the decal is upside down when the oil filter goes on, because when you purchase an oil filter, when they're in the store, they are like that when you purchase them. And that's how the decal or the sticker goes on in real life. So when you get the oil filter, the back side of it is right there, and then it would go on. So your decal would be upside down in real life, so I put them upside down on my models. A lot of guys miss that. So a little tip there, when you're putting your oil filter decals on, put them on upside down. Next time you're at the auto parts store, check out an oil filter. Pull it out of the box and you'll see what I mean. I think you'll think of me next time you go to an auto parts store and get an oil filter, or go and just look at them. Starter's getting painted up. It's painted with several different colors. Pedals are painted up, and I ran some trim around that with a chrome marker. What chrome marker did I use? I love these chrome markers right here. These Flysees. These are great. I love these markers. I need to do a video on this. I've been asked a lot, you know, what chrome markers you use, what chrome paint you use. Obviously the Revell chrome spray paint, which I love. Is it expensive? Yes and no. I'll get into that later. Yeah, it's 35 bucks a can. The Flysee chrome markers I love. And then of course, to hand brush paint, this Fusion chrome paint, I love this too. That stuff just lays on wonderful. You saw the differential on the rear end. I mean, that's just gorgeous. No brush strokes, no nothing. Kind of self-levels out. Love that rear end. The heads, I'm going with aluminum heads on this bad boy, so they got painted aluminum. There's a steering wheel I'm working on. Believe it or not, that's a steering wheel ring. The carbs, painted them a carburetor, kind of goldish copper color. Wonderful carb detail on these things. It's amazing, the detail on those carburetors. And I am going to go with the tunnel ram. And there's the plate that the tunnel ram will sit on. And the carbs and everything sit on that. But that's the route I'm going with the engine. And again, I was going to use the engine from MCV Products, but Fred's using that. Go to his channel and check out what he's doing, man. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Okay, back to the Revell Chrome Spray. Yes, 35 bucks for that can. It's a smaller can too. It is very expensive. I about when I found out how much it was when I first bought it. I've had this can for probably a good year, and I have sprayed a ton of stuff with this chrome spray. What I mean by that is, I think I'm getting a good bargain versus how much it would have cost to send all that stuff out to get chromed. Another way you save money is when you use this chrome spray, you don't have to use a black backing, which a lot of times on chrome paint, you have to paint a super shiny black. So you're buying an expensive Tamiya gloss black or whatever gloss black you're going to use to spray, where this here you don't. You just spray this straight on the part. I did the traction bars for this kit, and I de-chromed the bumpers that came with it and sprayed those just straight onto the plastic, how it comes. I de-chromed them and of course took off the mold lines. Get the other bumper here. Those are set to the side to dry. I love this chrome spray. I love it. I'm starting to find out it's a bargain. And I've still got maybe a third of the can left. And like I said, I've used it for a year and I have sprayed a ton of bumpers, including semi-truck bumpers. Remember that little ring I showed you earlier of the steering wheel? There's the insert piece. And I chromed that also. So I'm really happy with the Revell chrome paint. Yeah, it's expensive, but I'm calling it a deal because of what I can do with it. And like I said, I did the traction bars and those Krager wheels on this kit. And I've done a ton. I'm talking probably, well, you got 2 bumpers per car, probably 16 bumpers, along with a ton of other parts from other models that I've been working on. Okay, my front end I'm going to go with. I was going to go with the front end that comes in the kit, but Larry Blanchett, a viewer of mine, sent me this 3D printed front end. And I went ahead and got this all finished up, did a lot of masking, got the grill painted, run my chrome marker around there, remasked all the grill, painted the, there's the color I'm going with, so that gives that away. I'm going with the orange. Got the orange painted. And then for the back, I added some plastic and I just smoked it or fogged it with some flat clear so you can't really see through and see the lights behind it. So there's the front end I'm going with that Larry sent me. Thank you very much, Larry. That's going to come in handy and be different too. There's my firewall. I haven't done nothing to this but got it painted. And my shackles, steering box, and the hood hinges, which I haven't done much with either. Okay, as far as the interior goes, there's the interior I'm going with. I sanded everything, primed it, and then painted a couple different blacks. And then, man, you got to have speakers in the back. So I opened all that up, put holes in, ran some screen, ran some plastic going all the way around, kind of painted that a silvery color so it actually has some depth through the screen to see underneath the plastic that I put there, which I painted black. So there's actually depth there, but you can't really see it in the camera. Did my white, so I'm going with a white interior, black carpet, black headliner. Did all my chrome striping or strips, door handles, and those are straight from the kit, these decals. You get these seat decals, these seat insert decals, which are really nice. They go on really nice too. Decals in this kit are great. There's the front seats, and those mount on from that hole will go onto that, and they will just go under like that. So that's the interior with a stereo system. All right, the underneath or the chassis. I'm working on weathering it. That's not finished yet. I'm just kind of getting there. I'm building up some shades. You've got to put this front clip on. So I glued that front clip on, and that's the only thing I've done to that other than prime it and starting to weather it a bit. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to run with all new chassis components or what. I may weather that a little bit too. Haven't gotten there yet. Haven't really decided. But that is my chassis. It is coming along. Alright, there's my rear valance panel. Went with the license plate that come in the kit. Hugger. Got to have a license plate on your cars, guys. That's one of my pet peeves, is someone will enter a car in the models competition and, you know, it's a street car or whatever, and there's no license plate on it. Got to have a license plate. Put the license plates on. You're thinking, blue? Now, is it going to be blue? I'm going to show you here what color it's going to be. Take the hood off. Move that. And there is my Camaro that I'm working on. It's going to be orange with a little bit of weathering. Got a different trunk lid. The stripes have faded off. He's got a new fender and a new front valance. Just kind of slight weathering. If you notice, the license plate was California. It's a California car. So it's not really ate up with rust, just the kind of the paint's burn off, so to speak. That's what I'm going with. Remove the emblem there. That's where the antenna would go. I'm not going to have an antenna. Remove the emblem right there. And remove the emblem, which would be on the trunk lid. And the hood, where's the hood go? Here's the hood. Put him on, and there's the hood. So that is the update on my Camaro. Now you're probably thinking, if you remember, I said I'm going with a high rise. There's a guy in our club, Dave, who has actually built 2 of these. He did an orange one and he did a blue one. And he did the high rise on both of them. And he said there is a little trick in running the high rise without having to bring the carbs out of the hood. I like the look of the carbs coming out of the hood, but I wanted to do something a little bit different with this engine since all plans changed after Fred beat me to all the good stuff from MCV products, which I drug my feet on and should be using since I've got the stuff here. But I'm going to use the high rise and try to get the high rise underneath that hood without cutting it open. That's my goal. So again, if you're working on one of these big Camaros, and if you're going to be at the Acme Southern Nationals, October 25th in Cartersville, Georgia, here's the flyer on it. Bring your Camaro. And if you've just started it, bring it, set it next to Fred's Camaro and my Camaro. Again, Fred, here's his channel. He's doing his Camaro. He is much farther along on his than I am. And I think his is going to be a pretty one. We know it's going to be Pro Street because he has shown you everything to do on Pro Street in that car and tubbing the chassis and where to cut it. But go to MCV Products. Pick up all your 1/12 scale stuff, and even if you got a different 1/12 scale car other than this Camaro, that stuff will fit on it. But I hope to see you in Cartersville, Georgia, and I hope to have this Camaro done sitting next to Fred's. Well, what do you think of my progress so far in the direction I'm going? Like I said, check out MCV Products. That's where I originally was going to go with all the 1/12 scale stuff that I've gotten from him. And Fred's using a lot of his stuff, so I decided not to. I'm just going to use a few of the things. This kit's a heck of a nice kit. Definitely recommend this kit. It is nice. Love this kit. I think you guys will like it too if you get one. And also, again, if you're going to be around that show, stop in and see it. If you got a Camaro that's built or even started, bring it along because I'm hearing there's going to be several Camaros there besides Fred's and mine taking up some table space with our big 12 scale Camaro. So bring your Camaro along. I want to see it, get it there. And if we get several Camaros there, I'm going to do a video on all the Camaros, and I'm sure Fred will too. So I'd like to see a whole bunch of Camaros there, and I'd like to do a video on it. We will see you guys on the next video on Throttle Power. Bonus footage, like I promised. Some Camaros from the Street Rod Nationals. Enjoy Camaro Road.